Good evening, you're watching To The Point. I'm Preeti Chaudhary. Let's all go back on what it all started with. It started with Sushant Singh Rajput's death probe, which turned into Sushant Singh Rajput drug probe, in which right now in jail is Rhea Chakraborty and a few others, which then turned the spotlight onto the drug probe in Bollywood. Many came out and talked about this big, massive Bollywood drug cartel. Kangana Ranaut at the forefront of it. Many followed. 2 days ago, you had Ravi Kishan, a part of the industry, also BJP MP, openly on the floor of the Lok Sabha, talking about the Bollywood drug cartel and the urgency to cleanse Bollywood of drugs. Today, in Parliament, in Rajya Sabha, not Lok Sabha, Jaya Bachchan, MP Rajya Sabha, got up and spoke for Bollywood. It seemed to many that Bollywood finally saw its spine in Jaya Bachchan. However, politics since then has only but exploded.
People who have made their name in this film industry have called it a gutter, and I hope the government tells these people who have made their earning, name and fame in this industry to stop using such language. Just because there are few people, you cannot tarnish the image of the entire industry.
Right.
The battle of Bollywood resonates in Parliament. Jaya Bachchan lashed out at what she described as a vilification campaign against the Hindi film industry that provides jobs and livelihoods to thousands. Her outburst came after fellow MP Ravi Kishan claimed Bollywood had become a drug den in an earlier speech.
हम सब जानते हैं कि हमारे देश में ड्रग ट्रैफिकिंग, ड्रग एडिक्शन की समस्या बढ़ती जा रही है। हानिकारक दवाओं के सेवन के माध्यम से देश की युवा पीढ़ी को बर्बाद करने की साजिश रची जा रही है। मुझे दुख के साथ कहना पड़ रहा है कि इस साजिश में हमारे पड़ोसी मुल्कों का हाथ है। प्रतिवर्ष चीन और पाकिस्तान के रास्ते देश में भारी मात्रा में नशे की दवाइयों की तस्करी होती है, मंगाई जाती है पंजाब के रास्ते, नेपाल के रास्ते। और नशे की दवाइयां हमारी फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में भी इसके एडिक्शन करवा दी। तो मैं आपके माध्यम से केंद्र सरकार से आग्रह करता हूं, अपनी सरकार से, जो हिसाब से आज हम लोग एकदम इनको चारों तरफ पकड़ रहे हैं, तो ये सख्त कार्रवाई की जाए, दोषियों को जल्द पकड़ा जाए, उन्हें उचित सजा दी जाए।
People who have made their name in this film industry have called it a gutter, and I hope the government tells these people who have made their earning, name and fame in this industry to stop using such language. I was really embarrassed and ashamed that yesterday one of our members in the Lok Sabha spoke, who is from the industry, against, I'm not taking a name, against the film industry.
Jaya's comments instantly sparked a debate, exposing the big divide within Bollywood. Actor Kangana Ranaut launched a no-holds-barred attack on the veteran actor and Samajwadi Party MP. She asked Jaya if she would have reacted the same way if her daughter Shweta was drugged and molested. Jaya found support from filmmaker Anubhav Sinha, actor Taapsee Pannu, Sonam Kapoor and Farhan Akhtar for showing courage. The political class is divided too.
जो हमारे पे आरोप कर रहे हैं या इंडस्ट्री पे आरोप कर रहे हैं, जो एक बकवास चल रही है, सबको बदनाम करने की, राज्य को बदनाम करने की, देश को बदनाम करने की, एक मनोरंजन इंडस्ट्री को बदनाम करने की एक साजिश जो चल रही है, वो सबकी अगर डोपिंग टेस्ट कर ले तो मुझे लगता है बहुत कुछ बाहर आ जाएगा।
एक इतनी बड़ी सोची समझी साजिशन की लार्जेस्ट फिल्म इंडस्ट्री इन द वर्ल्ड, उसको प्लान करके कोई खत्म करना चाह रहा है, तो अगर हम ये आवाज उठा रहे हैं तो मैं चाहता था कि मेरे सीनियर्स, उनकी पार्टी अलग है, देखिए उनकी विचारधारा अलग है, हम मेरी पार्टी भारतीय जनता पार्टी, हमारी विचारधारा है गंदगी को देश से साफ करना, और उस सफाई कितनी हो रही है पूरा विश्व देख रहा है, तो ये ड्रग्स की भी सफाई होगी।
The top investigating agencies probing the death of Sushant Singh Rajput are also looking into allegations of drug abuse in Bollywood. As charges and counter-charges continue, it is Tinsel Town's image which is taking a beating. With Paulami Saha and Pia Hingurani, Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, so that's what panned out in the Parliament today. But let's take you through those three key statements which pretty much has defined the narrative. I want to take you through what Jaya Bachchan said, you heard it out there, but to pretty much simplify on what it looked like, Jaya Bachchan has she in fact responded to Ravi Kishan, and Ravi Kishan said that drug addiction in Bollywood, a bad influence for youth. He started it just about a day ago, which was followed today by Jaya Bachchan in Rajya Sabha. Ravi Kishan made that statement in Lok Sabha. Jaya Bachchan in Rajya Sabha came out and said some people are tarnishing Bollywood's image, hinting to Kangana Ranaut. She said that these are the people who've earned off Bollywood and are now tarnishing the image of Bollywood. She even attacked Ravi Kishan. Kangana then retorted, what if it were your children? Many say this was a below-the-belt comment because she made it personal. She said, what if Shweta was beaten and molested and Abhishek was in fact found hanging? Would you say the same thing? This was Kangana's response. All right, I want to cut across right now to our panelists this evening. I have Vivek Agnihotri, who's joining us. I have Meghna Pant, who's with me. I'm going to also cut across in just a short while to Tuhin Sinha. Vivek Agnihotri, let me begin with you. What do you make of Jaya Bachchan's statement in Parliament? You've been a part of the industry. There are many now that have come out in support of Jaya Bachchan, saying that it's like any other industry. There are few who possibly do drugs like it's in, say, any other industry. Why single out Bollywood?
That is totally Jayaji's way of expressing herself. But I'm really surprised that when people are questioning the establishment and the underbelly of Bollywood, when people are questioning the criminality of Bollywood, when people are questioning the drug-narcotic connection with the Pak-sponsored narco-terrorism, why is it that Jayaji is speaking now? She always had the opportunity to speak earlier also on many issues. This is the problem, see, you know. Whenever there is an attack on the elitist, powerful group of Bollywood, they come and use the most important platforms to speak, to defend themselves, rather than joining the common people when they raise questions on this corrupt criminal establishment of Bollywood.
All right, okay, Meghna, I want to come to you, and we're going to just get into Tuhin in a bit. Do you think Bollywood in all of this has become a soft target? You have Kangana, of course, who attacked Bollywood. Then there was the political weight behind her, which has gone ahead and done the same. Or do you think it's time to cleanse Bollywood of all its ills, drugs being one?
Preeti, first of all, I want to say bravo to Jaya Bachchan for taking a strong and sensible stand for the industry. I think as a veteran and as a self-made popular actor, she's hit all the right notes, and I agree wholeheartedly with her. But the recent bashing, as you mentioned, and vilification of Bollywood, whether it's about nepotism or drugs or wet to suicide, it's brought home that people may worship and idolize our actors, but it's a huge hidden hatred for them. I think it's possibly thanks to their fame, their power, their money, their influence. It's, the crab theory that in India, if a crab is climbing higher, we have to pull them down. We cannot forget, as she said, that Bollywood is central to India, from employing 5 lakh people every single day to the hold that it has on not just the national conscience, but also the world conscience. We cannot forget that. And it really appalls me, Preeti, I have to say that we are so focused on this media circus and this sensationalism of delving into the private lives of famous actors just to appease our voyeuristic sensibilities. I'm sorry, Vivek, you're not understanding. You're saying, why talk about it now? What people need to understand is what is crucial, what is the need of the hour, what should be the call of action. Why we instead not focusing on the important difference between drugs for recreational and medicinal use versus drugs that are used for smuggling and trafficking. Understand how vulnerable our Indian borders are to drug trafficking. We're wedged between the Golden Crescent and the Triangle. We're a major hub for illicit drug trade. 75% of Indian homes have at least one drug user. 75% of our Punjabi youth are drug addicts. This is why this conversation is important. Bollywood is not the villain here. Who is the villain? That's what we need to understand. India is under attack. We're one of the biggest smuggling centers of the world. Let's talk about that. Let's stop appeasing our voyeuristic sensibilities. Enough is enough.
Okay, all right, okay. I want to bring in Vivek Agnihotri once more in all of this. Vivek Agnihotri, Jaya Bachchan has spoken now because Parliament has begun now. She's a representative in Rajya Sabha. So that's one reason that she's possibly spoken at this point of time. The other point of view is Vivek Agnihotri. Now, this is a witch hunt. This is a lynch mob which never found the ins in Bollywood, which one would suggest is the coterie which many of others actually label some people in Bollywood. You never found the ins there, and now those people have all ganged up, including Kangana leading the pack to go and attack Bollywood.
No, this is not a fair argument, When there is Samudra Manthan, yes, things get generalized. It's like when India against corruption, when Arvind Kejriwal and the team and all these people ran this campaign against Congress party, which was in the power. It doesn't mean that everybody in the ministers or officers, everybody was corrupt. You amplify certain ills and evils of the society in order to make a point. Same thing happened with Me Too campaign. It's not that everybody who was allegedly charged was actually involved. A lot of people were innocent. But when there's a storm and a revolution against a stubborn establishment, you have to amplify voice. So saying that not everybody is corrupt, yes, everybody knows that 5.5 lakh people work in Bollywood. 99% of them are poor labor people.
All right, okay, stay with me. We're having a bit of an audio problem with you, Vivek. We're going to try and rectify that. The video link is jittering a bit. I want to also now welcome Tuhin Sinha from the Bharatiya Janata Party, who's joining in the debate right now. Tuhin, let me come to you. Where does the BJP stand on all of this? Suddenly, you have a Jaya Bachchan speaking in Parliament. She's talking about Bollywood more so, less as a Samajwadi Party representative. And you have the BJP unit in Telangana coming out and attacking her.
Well, Jayaji's comments today were disappointing to say the least, because at a time when the NCB has identified certain drug cartels linked potentially or linked possibly to the death of Sushant Singh Rajput, I think, her attempt to paint the industry as a victim was definitely an attempt to provide some sort of buffer to them. Now, I have a very simple question to her. Her own grandchildren would be stepping into the industry very soon. Would she like them to inherit the industry in the present form, or would she support a cleanup act? Nobody has ever painted the entire industry as dark or bad. In fact, in the last 6 years, we have leveraged and utilized the soft power.
Tuhin, 1 second, I'm just going to come in. And the reason I'm coming in, so you're saying nobody has painted the entire industry bad, but what she was commenting on, Kangana Ranaut calling the industry gutter. Now tell me, why is what her statement is, why is it unsubstantiated? Why shouldn't she react? Because if somebody calls, say, your line of profession or my line of profession, an abject gutter, would we not react?
Precisely what I'm saying. Was she commenting on somebody's personal behavior, or was she, making a larger point? We ourselves don't condone that language, and we have made it repeatedly clear. But did she talk about the way the Maharashtra government is persecuting her? If her idea of victimhood is confined to one part of the industry, the pro-drug user part, it's very sad. We in the last 6 years have utilized or leveraged the soft power of the industry to in the best possible way. In all social campaigns of the government, whether it is a Swachh Bharat, we have used the industry as brand ambassadors and role models. But then the role models also need to realize their responsibilities. If a small section is addicted to drug usage,
when you talk about a small section, Tuhin, and I'll bring in Meghna right now, when you talk about a small section, which small section of any industry is not addicted to substance abuse? Which small section? I'm sure, shall we turn the spotlight on politics? Shall we turn the spotlight on the industry that I am in? Any industry. Meghna, would you want to come in on that?
And Tuhin, Tuhin, I'd also like to just say something here, that I don't think it's fair to blame Bollywood for drug usage. This is an India-wide problem. The fact I just mentioned all the figures, we've got 75% of our Punjabi youth who are drug addicts. Nearly 75% of Indian homes have at least one drug user. This is not related to Bollywood. It is a nationwide problem. We are big drug smugglers. We have trafficking issues. The fact is also, I'm sorry,
I'm coming to Tuhin. Let her respond. I'm coming right back.
Tuhin, we also have to point out a huge hypocrisy that's taking place. As a miscarriage of justice by the NCP. A BJP worker was found with 1,200 kilos of drugs and not arrested versus 59 grams for which Rhea was arrested. There's a huge political angle to this, whole debate on drugs, and we're not focusing on the important thing that India is in trouble. It's not about Bollywood. It's not about Rhea. It's not even about people like Sanjay Dutt and Kangana and Suzanne Khan who've not been arrested despite openly confessing to taking drugs. Yet a girl with 59 grams of who confessed to that has been arrested. there's such a miscarriage of justice here, and we have to point out
Okay, all right. Tuhin, let's talk about the fact on the unsubstantiated, completely, allegations which are flying right now, where actors are being named and then the NCB will come and say, we never said anything. Why should it not be looked at as a witch hunt? Of course, Bollywood on its own, seemingly spineless, refusing to come out. Jaya Bachchan did speak for the industry today. But when you look at it as a whole, what's going on? It happens everywhere.
Now, let me once again clarify this, that we have never spoken ill of the entire industry. We see them as role models. In fact, if tomorrow there is a campaign against drug abuse, we would reach out to the top stars for that campaign. But fact is, if the central agencies are doing their job, if they have come across certain leads, and if there is a larger cartel, which is responsible for completely destroying the career and the life of one of the most promising stars, I think the other people in the industry should also hold on and have patience. We are not the ones vilifying, but if a certain cleanup is happening, they should all support it. It's in the interest of the industry. If you have nothing to hide, if you have not been a part of that cartel, if you have not supported that cartel, there is no reason why you should not support that cleanup act. Trust me, 80% of the industry, unlike what the other people say, is absolutely, on the right side of the law. It's a small section which has vitiated the industry. And if it were to happen in politics, we would support a cleanup even in politics. In any other industry, the majority should support this cleanup act instead of raising questions over it.
All right, okay. I'll bring in Vivek Agnihotri for one final time. Vivek, we were talking about how knives are out right now for Bollywood. If you look at it holistically, there seems to be an ideological political divide, and you're either standing on one side of that divide or the other. And then one is going after the other full.
Of course, I also know that there are lots of unfounded, illogical, some people are creating conspiracy theories, but I'm surprised. I'm really surprised if somebody attacks your character, somebody blames you for consuming drugs, and that also chemical substances, very dangerous narco drugs which are available through narco terrorism, and people are keeping quiet. They're not saying a word, and if they're so false, what does it take for these people to come in their own defense? If you can't defend yourself, who else will defend you? And today these people are saying, oh, Jaya ji ne bahut acha bola, Jaya ji ne bahut acha. I mean, I do not understand this kind of behavior, that when you are attacked, people are straight away on your face saying that you consume this and you don't consume it. People should come out and say, no, I don't do it. Go to hell. I will do that. If somebody blames me wrongly for something, I'll say, go to hell. And if somebody is trying to defame me, I'll file a defamation case, or I'll do something at least to defend myself. What are they thinking, that they're so privileged that they don't have to defend themselves, and everybody in the world is wrong? Every single person, including the insiders from Bollywood.
Okay.
Do you know right now that 90% of the Bollywood is keeping quiet, but they are all supporting this movement against this elitist group which has the Chandi ki thali. Nobody is making shade in it. In fact, nobody has that thali.
All right, so there seems to be a clear divide where one side feels that there is an elitist group. But having said that, Jaya Bachchan to a lot of extent did and was responding to being called in terms of the industry that she represents in Parliament as gutter. We're going to leave it at that. Of course, there are strong opinions on either side of this debate. Appreciate you all for joining us. Up next is my colleague Shivarur. Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.